Hello, dear friends. I'm Teacher Sam, and today we're going to unravel the mystery of using should, could, either, neither, although, thus, and however in English sentences. These 7 words can be quite tricky, but they are crucial in helping us express our thoughts more clearly and effectively. By the end of this lesson, you'll have a better understanding of how to use these words and construct your sentences like a pro. Are you ready? Let's dive right in. First up, we have should and could. These words express possibility and suggestion. Should is often used to give advice or to talk about what is right or wrong. For example, you should drink water every day. This sentence is suggesting that drinking water daily is a good idea. It's an advice. On the other hand, could is used to express possibility. It's like peeping into the future and considering what may happen. For example, I could go to the park tomorrow if it's sunny. Here, going to the park is a possibility, but it's dependent on whether or not the weather will be sunny. So, in a nutshell, should is your go-to word for suggestions, and could is your buddy when you're talking about possibilities. It's like having 2 handy tools in your language toolbox, ready to help you express your thoughts more clearly and effectively. Remember, should is for suggestions and could denotes possibilities. Now let's move on to either and neither. These words are used to express 2 alternatives or the absence of them. Either is used when talking about a choice between 2 options. For example, you might say, you can have either coffee or tea. This sentence means that you have the option to choose coffee or tea. On the other hand, neither is used when you want to say that 2 or more things are not true or possible. It's like a negative form of either. For instance, neither John nor Mary is at home. Here the sentence implies that both John and Mary are not at home. In summary, either and neither are great tools for expressing a choice between 2 options or the absence of both. Just remember, either presents 2 alternatives and neither shows the absence of both. So the next time you're faced with 2 options or the lack thereof, you'll know exactly which word to use. Finally, we'll tackle although, thus, and however. These words are used to express contrast, consequence, and contrast respectively. Let's start with although. This word is used to indicate a contrast or an unexpected outcome. Picture this. It's pouring rain outside, but you're determined to go out anyway. You might say, although it was raining, we decided to go out. This sentence expresses an unexpected action in the face of a contrasting situation. Moving on, we have thus. This word is used to indicate a consequence or a result. Let's say you're narrating a story about someone who was late for their train. You could say, he was late, thus he missed the train. Here the word thus is used to signify the consequence of being late. Lastly, we have however. Similar to although, however is used to express contrast. But unlike although, however is often used to introduce a contrasting statement to a previous one. For example, if you're a chocolate lover but you're also health conscious, you might say, I love chocolate, however it's not good for my health. In this sentence, however is used to introduce the contrasting idea that despite your love for chocolate, you acknowledge it's not healthy. Remember, although shows contrast, thus signifies consequence, and however indicates a contrast to a previous statement. These words are your secret weapons to make your sentences not only grammatically correct, but also more engaging and meaningful. Well, we've covered a lot today, haven't we? We dove into the world of should and could, exploring how these words can express obligation and possibility. Remember how we used should to indicate something that is a good idea or advice, like you should drink more water, and could to suggest potential, as in I could go to the park if it's sunny. We then grasped either and neither, 2 words that can express choices or negate them. Either can be used when referring to a choice between 2 options. For example, I could either read a book or watch a movie. And neither is used to say that 2 or more things are not true, like neither Tom nor Jerry is here. Lastly, we mastered although, thus, and however. These words help us build complex sentences and show contrast or cause and effect. Although is used to show contrast, thus to indicate a result, and however to introduce a contrast. Keep practicing these words in your daily conversations. Remember, practice makes perfect. See you in our next lesson, friends.